What's up guys, Close here, and today I wanted to show off a deck that I've been working on recently. This is a Lost Box deck, and this version of the deck runs Banette, using Puppet Offering to return supporters from the discard pile. When you do use this ability, it adds 2 cards to the Lost Box, so your basic Shuppet and also your Banette both do go into the Lost Zone. And of course, you're able to return a supporter to your hand, so that can be a Colress Experiment, or even Klara late game if you do set up Shuppet again. But overall, this deck has been surprisingly consistent for not having any real attackers other than Sableye. We have added several cards that are intended to be sort of a toolkit towards mid and late game, but early on you're just trying to get your battle passes so you can get set up with your Shuppets and Manaphys if you need to. Excuse me, there's only one Manaphy. We did have 2 Manaphy in the deck, but it's now down to 1. Cramorant can be used to attack early. And ideally what you're doing with this deck is just attacking with Sableye turn 2 and continuing to attack with Sableye every single turn. Hawlucha and Alakazam are here to add damage counters to the bench and also shift them around as needed. You do have some Pokemon that are just out of KO range for Sableye, or in the event that you get your mirror match, it allows you to take out Comfeys 2 at a time, or even a Manaphy and a Comfey, any 70 HP Pokemon. You can bring them down to size with Hawlucha and then take them out with Sableye, get that double KO. Also, we are running Echoing Horn in the deck. Echoing Horn is great for finishing off games when you don't necessarily have the damage that you need to take out maybe an opponent's VMAX Pokemon, or even just a V Pokemon on the bench that has just enough health to avoid being KO'd. You could potentially bring back a 1-prize Pokemon and kill it with Echoing Horn. We also have Lost Vacuums, adding a turbo effect to the deck if you need to Lost Vacuum away one of your Path to the Peaks. We do run Path instead of Beach Court, and just in the testing that I've done, Path just seems to work better. The deck has plenty of switches. You have 4 escape ropes, you have 4 switches, so you don't really need to use Beach Court, and in the event that you do need to early on in the game, you can. Although you only run 4 Psychic Energy, you can use Energy to retreat because you do have those Klaras, and really you only need a couple Energy for this deck to function. I oftentimes do put Energy in the Lost Zone, and even discard Energy early game, just because you really only need 2. Once you get Sableye out and you have, say for instance, 1 Psychic Energy in your discard pile and 1 Psychic Energy in your hand, it's totally fine to operate that way, and you can pretty much do what you need to do with Klara, between Klara and of course the Puppet Offering ability. If you do need to bring back another supporter, you can bring back that Klara, so you can use that again to take back the energy as well as the Sableyes, and just keep hitting people with Lost Mine. It's very frustrating for opponents to deal with, and I think it's something that is very effective. When I first made this deck, I was just trying to make a deck that was going to efficiently attack with Lost Mine and just pretty much abuse that. And that's really what this deck does. We do have a Pidgeot V, and we will use Forest Seal Stone sometimes to get really any card we need early on. A lot of times you use it to grab an experiment on your first turn. If you're not as lucky, you can grab a Pidgeot with a Nest Ball, and if you do happen to have that Forest Seal Stone in your hand, it's pretty much like another experiment. So that about wraps up the summary of the deck. It's pretty straightforward, and I do really think that it works surprisingly well for not having any major attackers. You're lacking things like maybe a Dragonite or a Radiant Charizard oftentimes are put into a deck like this. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take it into the ladder and show off some games with Sabanette. Opponent has the full Mew drip, so if they choose to go first, they're probably playing Mew. A lot of decks choose to go first, but that combined with the Mew sleeves, I think, is a pretty good indicator that we're playing Mew. We do get Comfey and Battle Pass start. Pretty nice, actually. Genesect gets stuck in the active. We like that. And Genesect is going to be our kill target here too. Our KO target. But let's see how well they're able to set up. They do get the Cramomatic. That is big. Okay, we are going to be facing a full power Mew. Looks like it's shaping up to be. Battle Pass gets them the most banger first turn in history. But every Mew opens with the most banger turn in history, so nothing unusual. We might be able to get a Cram shot on this Genesect. I do like that. Let's see what's heavy ballin'. It's going to be a Manaphy, not really useful to us in this particular match. Battle Pass for Comfeys. We have a Hawlucha, Alakazam, which have come in handy in the past against me with this deck. There's our Shuppets. I'm missing both Banettes. Man, this is like very uncommon to see. Losing entire sets of cards. There is only 2 Banettes, but I think any more is a little bit wasteful, considering we specifically run Ultra Balls just to grab them. Let's Flower Select. We need an Experiment. I'm gonna take the Sab. We can switch. Let's dig again. Let's get us a Pokégear. Let's play it. Found an Experiment. There is 4 in the deck, so not unheard of to find. Let the Comfey chill there. Path's already out, but if they try to clear it for themselves, we want the option to play it again. Now I don't want to escape rope because they'll pull out a Mew. So we can get an additional Flower Selecting. Two Sableye. Let's get another Flower Selecting. I'm gonna say pass on the Fog Crystal, or on the Alakazam for the Fog Crystal. Let's play a Sab, just in case we get judged. Battle VIP pass, we can play. Grab a Shuppet, I guess. That feels alright. There is gonna be a point where prize cards start to get taken. Almost promoted the Sableye, that would have been a mistake. Alright, Cram for Dam. It's actually a pretty good start, with the exception of having those Banettes in the prizes. We're probably gonna have to Fog Crystal another Comfey. Let's see see. Are they clearing path here? No, it's a Feather Ball for another Mew. Alright. Double Turbo for retreats. That's fair. Yeah, without Banette's ability here, we're gonna struggle. This should be a turn that we're taking out this Genesect. Only thing we can hope for is, I guess, a Boss Orders. And we have to... Okay. So we can Nest Ball another... oh, we're out of Comfeys. Crud. I guess it's Sableye. We have to Flower Select. Alright, we'll take an Escape Rope. There goes our last Shuppet. We're stuck not doing anything this turn. So what I'm gonna do is promote a Manaphy. That way they'll have to boss if they want to kill anything valuable. Or Escape Rope. I don't think Escape Rope is in that deck though. Let's hold the crystal. They ignored path. It could be that they couldn't remove it. But they could have cleared it with the Cramomatic too. It hit both their Cramomatics. It's pretty tough. Man. If we had Banette, this would not be a bad spot, but it's looking like we can't get an experiment. Let's see, 6. We would need an experiment and also to find a vacuum. Experiment and vacuum leaves us with an option to attack, but they're actually going to boss out probably a Sab. Yeah. So they take a Sab. Understand. We need to have a really good turn here. Alright, Force Seal. But I can't find the experiment without creating a liability right now. Do I do it and hope for the vacuum? Well, we're already behind, so I'm gonna do it. We can't retreat the Pidgeot. But I want this experiment more than anything. And getting vacuum was part of our plan to attack with Sableye anyway, so let's go ahead and look for it. We found the vacuum. Take a Raihan. And energy. Now we're looking for Klaras. I think a Klara maybe puts us in this. Maybe. Klara might put us back in this. Currently. We'll go Sableye, Escape Rope. And I guess we'll vacuum a path for a path. Kind of sus, but at this point I don't think they're going to have a turn where they're not attacking. Maybe we no, we can vacuum the gear and grab us a Klara with a Raihan. So this puts us at 10. Actually, wait a second. Yeah, we're at 10 now. So let's go ahead and get rid of the belt, which leaves the path out. That's the play. Almost made a mistake there. And Lost Mine's gonna tie us up in prizes. We never go for the Mew in this matchup because they can just leap out. So we have to focus on taking out these Genesects. Get a Banette? No, switching a rope. Now it is correct for them to boss orders Pidgeot, I think. Hopefully they don't have that option right now. I left the path out, so they would be slowed down, but now I'm a little bit worried. I think floating that Pidgeot out there was not a good idea, now that I'm considering it. So we see a Serena here, another Genesect. Looks like they're gonna draw 2 cards. No, they're actually gonna draw for 3. They didn't draw. It's a little bit strange. I can gear here and maybe get the Serena now, or get the Klara now, which is a full Klara, or we can for sure go for it. There's no real penalty for me going for Klara now, and we do find it. So this is a little bit better than doing the Raihan. We maybe might be in this. Let's see, 1, 2 turns. Hopefully I'm not doing the math wrong in my head. Them killing the Pidgeot. I mean, any boss orders to end this. So we could have went for a more safe strategy here. Yeah, any boss orders is game here. There wasn't really a point of vacuuming that choice belt either. I just sort of didn't want them to. Oh, the reason they didn't use their draw is because path is out. My gosh, I am not with it today. It's alright, we're just playing our deck. Not worrying about what it does. We're just playing it, you know? It's totally fine. Here's a Sableye. Go for a Raihan. Flying by the seat of our pants here. Why don't we get rid of the Pidgeot, huh? Probably a good idea. We're gonna give them a big draw turn, but let's go ahead and remove this liability from the game. I think that's the correct call. Should have done that the previous turn, but alright, now we're safe. They cannot end the game next turn, which means, do we have enough damage? 30, 90, 100. We do have enough damage to end this. I don't think they have an option for a double KO, and unless... Yeah, even if they switch cards, I think the only thing that can save them here is Penny. Which I don't... Oh, that would not be good either. 30 damage, please. Alright. There's our Banette. So now we can pull back a Klara if we need to as well. If they did get a double KO, it's over anyway, but there's no double KO. So I think we just win this. Actually, switch cart would win them the game. Unless I find a Hawlucha. Okay. Vacuuming. I don't know why. Why would they do that vacuum? If they find a switch cart. Oh my goodness. Okay. We might be losing this by just a hair. That is a little disappointing. Retreat. Free retreat for switch cart. Wins them the game. At this point, they could have played it. Unless... Yeah, so here's the switch card. Darn it. Okay, so we need to find... We can maybe find a Hawlucha. Did we, hang on. Did we get rid of Hawlucha? I think we did. Okay, Hawlucha I think is in the deck. Which means we can still pull this off. Unless they get another switch card. Which is entirely possible. Cleansing gloves. Just attack me. Just please attack me. I want at least a chance to get this Hawlucha. Is there an energy in the discard pile? There's not. So here's what I can do. I can guarantee this Hawlucha. I can promote a Sableye, pay to retreat, then I can use Banette to grab the Raihan and get myself a Hawlucha. I think we win this. Need 10 damage on that Genesect. So let's go ahead. We can Banette, grab the Raihan. Let's pay to retreat. Promote our Sableye. I believe we've done it. I believe we have done it. Hawlucha is gonna be game. Oh, I wanted to smile. I wanted to be a little weasel. That's okay. We'll just take our KO respectfully. Exact KO. There we go, baby. Still a GG. Very nice way to end it. Raihan solidifying itself as a staple card of the deck there. Absolutely coming in clutch against the Mew VMAX deck. A good win. So we will go second. We hit the battle pass. Shuppet's okay. Not the end of the world to get Shuppet. We definitely want to have Shuppet to start. And we are facing Turbo. I had a good win against Turbo last night. And we'll see what they get with this heavy ball. It's a Drapion. Alright, that's pretty good for us. Attach for turn and pass. Very well. Alright, let's start out with Comfey. We do have Cramorant. We may be able to hit Dragonite with Cramorant. That would be very nice. We're probably going to want to make it Manaphy too, because we're going to see a Greninja, almost certainly. Shuppet. We have all of our Shuppets and Banettes. 2 and 3 there. I see a Horn, Path, and 3 energy in the deck. Okay. We need a good experiment that gives us a Cramorant. I really hope we can get a ball here. We didn't find a ball. Well, there's always a chance that we can find it with our Comfeys. So we'll hope for that. We'll hope to find a ball with Comfey. Let's go ahead and rope. Get a flower selecting, pray for a ball. We don't find a ball. Hawlucha is a little bit more important here than Echoing Horn. It sucks to have that choice though. Not very fun. 2 more cards. Can we find a ball or the Cramorant? We actually don't find it. And we have to take a Manaphy, losing us a Banette. Alright. It is what it is. Nothing we can do. We just have to roll with it. Suffer the consequences of not finding that Cramorant. Is unfortunate, but that's going to be our turn. And getting 110 on that Dragonite would be huge right now. Hey Liz, welcome. Is he just gonna shred? No. He doesn't KO. Damn, they're gonna boss orders the Shuppet. Okay. Shred for 50. We will be able to get it out of the active. Here's a nest ball for a Cramorant. Darn it. Alright, so now what we're hoping for is that we find a switch. We have to pay to retreat the Shuppet. We've gotten 2 already. We definitely get the Cram. I think we definitely get the Cram. Should we thin the deck even more and say, give us a... Yeah, I think it's okay to put down Sab. Gives us a 4-card hand. Find us a switch. Come on. Nothing. Alright. Well. They're really giving us a slow start here. We can Banette back. The experiment. Putting us at 8, I think? 7. Oh, we can still experiment. There's a switch. I think we grab another path for insurance purposes. We don't want to escape rope because we want to hit the Dragonite. This is pretty good. Let's go ahead and do the switch. We could get to 10 here. I'm not going to take the risk. We could possibly go to Comfey, get to 10, and find another switch to put Sableye out, but actually we can't attach energy anymore, so... I think we take this damage here. I'm gonna keep a bench spot open. Just for now, in case they cannot find an energy for Dragonite, which is super unlikely. I think they'll probably at least attach. This deck actually has a really good matchup against Turbo, surprisingly. Since we don't run any 2-prize liabilities, the early Dragon Gale is not as big of a threat for us. In fact, it helps us more than it hurts us. Doing 20 damage to the entire bench puts Sableye in great position for really devastating Lost Mines. So actually this deck is almost, in a way, I don't want to get over my skis, but it's almost kind of a counter to Turbo. My game against Turbo last night went really well also. If they can't clear this path to peak, I think the best thing they could probably grab is what? Nothing with the Nest Ball? Impossible. Is our opponent leaving the game? Alright, Vacuum. Vacuum with the Drapion. Probably play the Shred. Alright. That's game. Well. Not the best Turbo run you ever did see. Path to Peak, I mean, I guess it would have prevented them from Greninjang. I don't know why they didn't grab anything with the Nest Ball. Go with heads here. Don't win the flip. But that's okay, we'll probably still go second. I do like going second with this deck. So it gives you a chance to keep your active in the right spot if it is a Comfey. We didn't find a Comfey here though. So I have to just put Cram in the active spot for now. Post the current deck in Discord. Or did I already post the latest version? I don't think the last version I posted in Discord is the most current one, so I'll post it after this. Alright, so here's a matchup against Miraidon. Getting rid of 2 judges, I don't mind that. And they're gonna full set up their bench. The only thing we're guaranteed here is a Comfey, so we're really hoping we get more than that. But Raihan should be a good matchup for us. There's a lot of Glass Cannon, low HP kind of Pokemon in this deck, which is good for us. I think we'll aim to take out the Raikou, probably the Raichu, and hopefully the Miraidon as well. Don't think it's a good plan to go for the Manaphy. Maybe we do actually just take it out to stop the abilities of the Mareep. Alright, let's Nest Ball. We'll get the Comfey. What are we working with? Hawlucha, Pidgeot. Yep. Sab. Shuppet. Both our Banettes are prized. This is gonna be tough. Without Banette, we're in a little bit of trouble. Oh boy. Okay. We can gear to see if we get the research. We don't find the research. Gosh. Okay. Flower Select gets us a research, thankfully. We don't really need Ultra Ball this game. We're just going with raw, straight up Comfeys and experiments. And maybe a Vacuum. There's a Sky Seal or Forest Seal. I don't know that we take this boss orders. I don't think we're gonna end up taking it. But what we can do is this. we can get ourselves a battle pass. So that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and get the battle pass. Jeez. We're gonna have to have our luck at drawing another experiment too, because... Oh, what am I doing? Grabbing Comfey. I want battle pass. Whoops. Their whole hand was just Pokemon. Yeah, they filled out their bench pretty bigly. I mean, that's what Raihan does. I guess we take a Comfey. Do we take a second Comfey here? No. Perhaps we do. We already have a Sableye. Let's just get another Comfey for a little bit more insurance, since we are not going to be using Banette. Pay for a retreat here because I already have 2 Psychic in hand. Okay, we get a path, which sort of doesn't matter now that their bench is full. So when we rope here, we're hoping they put out the Raichu. This is tough. We sort of just have to take what they give us. Depending on who they send out, I might actually just promote a Comfey. If they send out Mareep, I might just promote a Comfey. And take another turn with flower selecting. Another shot with it. Hey Ivy, welcome. Got a big deadline, so you're gonna be lurking? I appreciate that. Thank you for the lurk. You're really taking their time deciding who to promote here. I don't think it's correct for them to put up the Mareep. Yeah, so they put up Miraidon. That's fine. That's a Pokemon that cannot evolve, so we're happy to take damage with Cramorant. It's not their lower HP single prize like the Raichu, but I don't know why you would promote the Raichu. We were just praying that that might happen. I'll put down Path and take the damage here. And see what happens this turn. Hopefully they don't find a Beach Court. Only 2 cards in hand. It's probably a generator. Okay, they got the Lucky. We don't really care about the bonus damage from that Pokemon. Effectively just makes it a non-target. We're actually going to get a KO with Cram too, it looks like. So let's switch. We can pay to retreat again. We need to dig deeper with flower selecting right now. What's our lost box at? 4 right now? That's tough, but we're not going to need another Comfey. We might as well grab the Pidgeot. Okay. Excuse me. Retreat. There's no guarantee that we'll get a switch, so we're going to take this KO. I think that's a pretty simple decision there. Give us a Banette, maybe? Okay, there is a Banette. It's gonna be 2 turns before we can even use the Puppet Offering now, so still sort of a non-factor. The switch is good to grab. That's about the best card they could have drawn there. Did they find a Beach Court? I mean, Path is stopping fleet-footed. Okay, it's just a straight-up Rondo. We're at 5 at the moment. Kinda chugging along. We can get another Cram attack, I guess. Worst case scenario. Let's Nest Ball out the Shuppet. We'll take our Flower Selecting. There is an experiment. So I have a decision here. There's already 2 Judge in the discard pile. I think I'm gonna run the risk of holding Sableye here and actually just attack with Cramorant again. We're not pulling back a Sableye after a KO, which would be ideal. Since we have an energy though, let's retreat. We gotta keep 1 energy for Sableye at least. We'll dig a little deeper with Flower Selecting. Alright, Lost Vacuum is pretty good. Yeah, Lost Vacuum is fine. Take more Cram damage. Yeah, let's do that. Gonna hope they don't have another Judge. It's probably 2 or 3. Maybe more likely that there's 2. We'll have to see. Path is great. Path is really strong. Path will just actually win a game. Alright, Beach Court. So now we get some Fleet Footed. They're definitely going to draw some more cards. But we're just trying to outsweep them at this point. Well, they're sweeping. We're just sort of making do. Yeah, I think what we'll go for is we'll get a Flower Selecting, then we'll experiment and hope to get a switch for Sableye. That's probably optimal. For us to do. Yeah, if we had promoted the Sableye, we could have. Or if we had put the Sableye on the bench, we could be promoting him here, but I don't know. I just didn't want to see it get KO'd. All right, there is a switch, so we for sure have the experiment now, or we have the Lost Mine at least. Pretty simple decision there. Raihan, Manaphy, and an energy. Sableye and an energy. We go here, play Banette. I highly doubt that they would choose to knock out the Banette over the Sableye. Although maybe they are thinking about that Klara. So I might just go ahead and use the Puppet Offering right now. Can get rid of Beach Court. That Lucky does have a free retreat, but might slow them down moving forward. Lost Mine for KO. And I think at this point they're just going to be attacking every turn. So let's go for the Raichu. Or no, I think it's correct to go for the other Raikou because it's more likely they'll put that in the active. And if they don't, that just sort of buys us some time. Because that way, we might be able to take back Cramorant. And still attack with Cramorant. If we need to. I think we're just attacking with Sableye for the rest of the game, though. No penny shenanigans here to worry about. Flying Pikachu doesn't really do anything to us either. Although they could attack the bench. But we just have Klara, so that doesn't matter. Right, the VMAX attacks the bench, right? I think. VMAX has an attack that damages bench Pokemon. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, at this point, if they take out the Banette, it doesn't matter because that just means we have 2 Sableyes for the remaining 2 Lost Mines we need. Okay, promote Sableye here. Pretty easy choice. We can Raihan, but I think, yeah, I don't think Experiment is necessary. Let's go ahead and Raihan. We can grab I guess another Klara. The chances that they'll knock out Banette. Well, they can't get a double KO, I don't believe. So let's just take another Klara. All we do here is Lost Mine again. Continue chipping down that Raikou. Need a Lost Mine again next turn. Would not be surprised if opponent just scoops here as well. Although I guess they don't know that. No, they should be able to figure out that unless they kill the Banette and the Sableye in the same turn, this is unwinnable. But they don't know I have another Klara in hand, so it's really unwinnable. Alright, we take these. It's nice to beat Raihan. Yep, they can go ahead and generate her all they want. Let's see what they do choose to do here, though. Dynamic Spark, losing energy. Okay. So we can even get some style points here. Just to show them how futile it really was. Man, we could have gone for 4 more turns doing this. I can go all day. We can go all day with Lost Mine. No, I don't want to get cocky though. It was a good match. Didn't do it with Raihan though. Alright. That is game. Raihan slain. Okay guys, that wraps it up for today's matches with Sabanette. I had a lot of fun playing these games and I hope you enjoyed watching them too. As usual, we stream these games live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/closetv. So if you do enjoy watching Pokemon content on Twitch, please give me a follow there. Also, the best thing that you can do to support the channel here on YouTube is to like the video if you enjoyed the video, and also subscribe so you receive those updates when I do post more content. I would really appreciate any support. It helps the channel so much. The deck list is posted below if you guys want to give the deck a try. Please do leave a comment below also if you have any changes that you might add to the deck. I would love to hear what you guys think about the list and maybe any adjustments that you might make to make this deck stronger. So until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you again so much for watching.